What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another Cryptid Saturday, and in today's Cryptid Saturdays, we are going over the cryptids of South Carolina, so without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into this article. Like I always like to say, guys, I don't know the rights to these articles, I just use them to push along information. Link will be provided in the description down below, so to the right this article comes from, so please go over there and show them some love. Number 1. The Lizard Man. Described as being taller than the average man, the Lizard Man is said to be muscular, covered with dark hair and scary lizard-like skin on its face, hands, and feet. It is said that this haunting South Carolina cryptid has 3 fingers on each hand and 3 toes on each foot. The strength of the beast has been reported to be more than enough to rip a car to shreds. There have been quite a few reported sightings of this creature found around South Carolina. The first such sighting was reported on June 29, 1988 by Christopher Davis. His report is as follows. I looked back and saw something running across the field towards me. It was about 25 yards away and I saw red eyes glowing. I ran into the car and as I locked it, the thing grabbed the door handle. I could see him from the neck down, the 3 big fingers, long black nails, and green rough skin. It was strong and angry. It looked in my mirror and saw a blur of green running. I could see his toes and then he jumped on the roof of my car. I thought I heard a grunt and then I could see his fingers through the front windshield where they curled around on the roof. I sped up and swerved to shake the creature off. Other reports have been made as well, including the mauling of multiple cars that have been documented as looking as though they had been chewed up by something. So, lizard men are actually a really fun cryptid, so a lot of people think that they're either A, dinosaurs that survived up to modern day and they've just kind of evolved into looking the way they do. Some people think they're aliens come here and that they actually have disguised themselves as world leaders. I don't personally go to any of those things. I'm pretty sure that the attacks on the cars have been disproven. It's just people stabbing them with screwdrivers. This particular one just seems a little bit too weird. I mean, if the thing was strong enough to rip through the windshield and grab the top of his car, I would think that it would have just ripped the door off whenever it grabbed the handle. But so I really don't have a solid explanation as to what lizard people could be. In my opinion, I think a lot of it is just, you know, I think their eyes are like maybe misidentifications of some other creatures at night. Just kids playing pranks on people. This particular one, honestly, I think was just kind of made up because it just doesn't really jig, you know, as to like how the story would go. I mean, it could have just ripped the door off, or maybe it broke the door handle. I feel like that should have been included. But, you know, kind of is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Are lizard people real? Down in the comments down below. Number 2, the 3-eyed man. What on earth is lurking in the catacombs between the University of South Carolina? He was first seen in 1949 by 2 USC students. A man all dressed in silver was seen opening a manhole and disappearing into the underground. One of the students was a newspaper reporter and wrote about his experience. 6 months later, a police officer was making his rounds around the campus when he came upon some mutilated chickens. He went to his car to report the incident, and on his return, he reportedly saw a strange figure all dressed in silver. The policeman reported that when the man turned, he saw an odd-colored face, and in the middle of his forehead was a third eye. The policeman ran from the scene to request backup, but when backup arrived, there was no third-eyed man to be seen. However, it didn't stop the policeman from telling the story for the rest of his life. The next time the third-eyed man was seen was in the late 60s. There are catacombs or tunnels beneath the university, and a few fraternity guys thought it would be a great place to take their pledges. Upon rounding the first corner, they reported that they saw a crippled old man all dressed in silver. He allegedly slung at them with a pipe and knocked one of them down. The young man suffered minor scrapes and bruises along with shock, but nothing life-threatening. A manhunt was started that night, but nothing and no one was found. The entrance to the tunnels have since been sealed, and so far there have not been other reported sightings of the third-eyed man. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am fairly positive that that particular story was just a man with a tattoo on his forehead. Why he dressed it all in silver is kind of beyond me, but I think he was probably just a homeless guy with a weird tattoo on his forehead, maybe some weird tendencies, and that's why he ended up killing the chickens. But the timeline for his age kind of works out, in my opinion, so I mean, the fact they never found him, he probably just escaped off into the catacombs. I mean, he was obviously living down there for a long time, so he just probably knew the area better than the searchers did. But let me know what you guys think. Number 3, the Boo Hag. According to Gula legend, there is a creature that rides the night looking for someone that they think are good candidates to steal energy from. No, this is not a vampire. This is a creature that reportedly gains energy from a human's breath by riding their victims. It is said that they have no skin, which makes them red in appearance. In order for them to be less noticeable, they will steal a victim's skin and use it for as long as possible. When they find someone that they wish to use, they will remove the skin. They then get on top of the victim's chest, hold the face close to the person, and inhale the person's energy from their breaths. It is said that this will induce a deep sleep in the human, and they may awake tired. If, however, they fight the Boo Hag will take their skin to use. If you ever wonder how to keep one out of your bed, put a broom beside the bed before you lie down for the night. The Boo Hag will become so obsessed with counting the straws in the broom that they will not have time to take your energy before the sun comes up. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This one to me kind of feels like an urban legend that has just kind of been passed down and drastically changed over the years. I mean, I know, like, energy vampires exist, but they specifically say that this isn't an energy vampire. So I mean, a witch using, like, trying to take energy from others is also not that unbelievable to me, at least. So I think, you know, this was probably originally just a witch who would do rituals, like, probably like a witch, a real person that was just doing rituals to kind of just take energy from people, and she was probably giving them some form of medicine that made them fall asleep, and that's where this whole thing kind of came from. The stealing the skin thing and the broom thing is what makes me kind of think that that's probably been split off into the urban legends throughout the years. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Last but not least, number 4, Bigfoot. Does Bigfoot live in the swamps and forests of South Carolina? Do you believe that there is a possibility? We are not sure. However, we definitely can tell you that if he does reside in the States, that there are a lot of places for him to roam. There is more than 80,000 acres of land that is claimed by the government of South Carolina that goes completely untouched by human hands. Described as a huge, hairy, ape-like creature, many people of South Carolina have claimed to have seen this beast, and many more have said that they have heard his cries. In January 15th of 2015, the Finding Bigfoot researchers came to Aiken, South Carolina to seek proof, and in that meeting, 15 people from all over South Carolina stood up to tell their tales of the strange beast. Is he out there? Will we ever find him, and do we really want to? We can imagine that the answer is both yes and no. We think that most would hate to see what would happen to him and his kind if they were to be found. We know for certain that their lives would be radically changed, and no animal or beast should have to live in a cage or undergo scientific experimentation. Yeah, see, and that really is kind of the crux of Bigfoot, if you want to be honest with you. The only way that science is going to recognize that Bigfoot actually exists is if we find a body that they can dissect. The fun thing is Bigfoot may be close enough to humans where if you kill it, you're murdering somebody. If it's true, because it would just be another species potentially of human. Or these people are seeing bears, deer, something else in the dark, hearing coyotes howl, or bobcats, or mountain lions, and they're just attributing all of this to Bigfoot because they don't know what else it could be. But all that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. While you're down there, guys, let me know, did you know anything about any of these other cryptids? Are you from South Carolina, and are there any that I missed? I would really like to know. And while you're down there, guys, please remember to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell so you never miss another video from me. And I will see you guys next Saturday for Cryptid Saturdays.